Hey, what's up you guys? It's gracetorie and I am back with a whole new video. In today's video I wanted to start off with a Q&A because we haven't done one in a minute, and then I'm gonna go back to vlogs and fun stuff like that. So if you are interested in that, knowing about my life as someone who just graduated undergrad, going into grad school, living a crazy life, I don't know what the heck I'm doing with it, then go ahead and click that subscribe button, like this video, and comment what videos you want to see from me. So yeah. Ignore that stuff in the background. I've been packing Etsy orders, so all the Etsy stuff is out to get packaging done. But there's a ton of questions and I'm going to try and answer all of them, so we're just going to go ahead and jump into this. So let's start at the very bottom. What's my main goal in my life? That's a heavy one. I've always said I just want to inspire people and help them to become better, whether that's being kinder, being more confident. I just really want to inspire people to be their best selves. I think that's why I gravitate to YouTube so much. But yeah. What was my favorite and least favorite thing about being in a sorority? Girl, we are starting off heavy. My favorite thing was definitely all of the connections that I got from it. Not like in a bad way, but like all the friends I made, because they would see like, oh, you have a pin for your sorority on your backpack, like we're both in Greek life, let's sit together. But also my least favorite thing was how mean everyone was. People are so mean, and like I am kind of a very determined, get work done person, and I almost felt like I was in middle school again. It was a lot of like petty drama, and I'm just not about that. So like I was like, better not. But yeah. Any hidden talents? I think my hidden talent is literally not having any talents. Not even joking. Yeah, it's not good. What are my hobbies, or what do I do in my spare time? So I ride my horse, my girl, photography when I can. I kind of haven't really been doing that much. I love making TikToks. Usually they're stupid. I don't even post half of them, but I just do it for the fun of it. I love filming and playing around with whether it's my phone or my camera, just like making new things and learning more about it. I like to read and write a lot, but I've just not really been able to do many hobbies because I just got done with undergrad literally like last week, and I graduated with 2 Bachelor of Sciences, so I've been kind of grinding. I don't even know what it's like to live anymore. Can someone please help? Yeah. So I think that's pretty much all the stuff I do. I love cooking, but I want to get better at it. But we'll see. That one's kind of, it'll happen. If I can travel anywhere regardless of money, where? I've always wanted to go to Bora Bora. I was literally talking to Josh about this the other day. That will be where I go on my honeymoon. I'm sorry, that's just what's gonna happen. Bora Bora, 110%. Who do I look up to? I think it depends on what aspect of life. I actually, oh, did I just like choke? I don't know what happened. So I had to write a paper on who I look up to, and basically what I said was it depends on what facet of life you're talking about. So like if I'm looking up to like business people, I'd say my dad because he's a great businessman. If I'm looking up to like YouTube and what I want to do when I grow up, definitely Jaci Marie Smith, Aspen Ovard, Haley Pham, girls like that who are just kind-hearted people, and it just shines through their videos, and that's why they're as successful as they are. Chelsea J. Curtis, even Alex Cooper, because she's just so authentically herself. So definitely people like that when it comes to what I want to do and business-wise. But I also look up to my mom a lot. She's literally my best friend, just like in general. So I think it depends on what aspect of life I'm looking at, because I have a lot of mentors and people that I look up to for sure. Do I have an embarrassing story? Girl, my life I literally can't talk. My life is just me being one embarrassing, clumsy person. Yeah, literally one time I tripped up the steps, broke my foot. One time I tripped over a wire, broke my foot. One time I was skiing and I couldn't stop, so I went through a fence and broke it. I'm pretty sure I told that story like one of my first YouTube videos. So I can't really pick one. One time, oh no, probably can't tell that one, but I have a bunch, so don't even worry. There's no shortage of those, and I'm sure that you'll catch some embarrassing stuff in my vlogs because I stay doing dumb things. Like, it's just a part of my life. I've accepted it. how do I recharge after a stressful week? Honestly, my favorite thing to do is just hang out with Josh. Like, even if we're just hanging out or if we're doing something new and like trying something new, I just like getting my mind off of work. And as long as we're not talking about work or stressing out over homework, which is very hard for me to do because you guys know I'm a workaholic, then I'm good. Like, we could just lay in bed and I'd be happy. Or we're going to Cincinnati on Sunday. I'll probably film that. We go to Cincinnati all the time. I love doing that because it gets me out of like my comfort zone. So like, I'll literally leave my laptop at home and then I can't even think about it. So I love doing that. What do I think about spirituality and using crystals? I also got a question asking about horoscope signs. And girl, hold on. I wrote down some stuff. I did research. Okay. So I literally did research on this because I'm from the Bible Belt. I grew up at a Baptist high school, so like there's a lot of very close-minded people in my life that are not very supportive of like me manifesting in crystals and believing in horoscopes, which is pretty common, so I don't understand why that's such a big deal. But I started with horoscopes to like talk about, and I did some research because I feel like that's the most common one. So basically I wrote down, like, I'm gonna read a couple Bible verses and just explain how astrology is in the Bible, because that's personally what I believe. I don't discriminate if you don't believe it, but a lot of people don't understand how I'm a Christian and how I believe in astrology, which I don't know. Okay, so first off, Hunty, God created the stars, okay? So it's my thing, the very first thing you need to know is astrology is not a religion. Of course, you can take it too far. You can take anything too far, but it's not a religion. It's not like you're believing in something over God. The way I see it is astrology is the stars, and God created the stars, so why wouldn't we utilize this tool that God gave us? So if you read Psalm 8:3, it says, "When I look at your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars, which you set in place." So God literally set the stars in place. Next, Job 38:32, he literally talks about the zodiac signs. And of course, this is translated by people, so, you know, there's a lot of discrepancy there. But Job 38:32 says, "Can you lead forth the Maseroth in their season, or can you guide the bear with its children?" When they say Maseroth, they're talking about constellations, and so constellations being in their season, that sounds like zodiacs, doesn't it? Like zodiac signs. So people do believe that this verse is talking directly about the 12 zodiac signs being in their season. Also, if you look at Genesis 1:14, and I'm going to give like my opinion after this, but I wanted to give all of my research first. God actually says, it actually says God gave the stars and the moons as signs for us. So Genesis 1:14 says, "And God said, let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years." What does that sound like? God gave us the stars to utilize them. So why wouldn't we? That's not sinning. It literally, he tells us to. And then, okay. Now I'm going to explain. So as I was saying, it's not a religion. That's how I feel about crystals too. Both of these things scientifically give off energy. And the way I see it is the energy that they give us makes us act a certain way. Or with crystals, the energy that they give off make them a certain type, if that makes sense. The way I see it is it's all energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Who's to say that at a certain time of the year, energy can't change? I mean, look at tides. Look at the moon controls the tides. The moon, literally one of the horoscope signs is the moon, like controlled by the moon. So it just like, the fact that people don't believe in horoscope signs is kind of weird to me. I almost feel like it's because they're too close-minded and they don't want to do the research for themselves, or they're, and I say this with in the nicest way possible, because you guys know I'm a Christian. Oh, Evie's behind me if you can't see her. I feel like Christians are scared to believe in science a lot of the times, but it's literally, I mean, you can say it's a belief if you take it too far, but yeah, I view it as science. And another thing is, Science does reject it because it can't be proven over and over again. But why would it be? Because if you're a Christian, God gave us free will. So obviously we can be influenced by energy, but it's not going to 100% control us the exact same way every time. So that's kind of how I see it. I don't really know if this made any sense because it's kind of like just a jumbled short summary. But I would love to discuss it more. I can do a whole video on it if you want to talk to me personally about it. My links are below. I feel the exact same way about crystals. Crystals give off energy, which has been proven by science. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. What made me want to start YouTube? It's kind of like I was saying earlier. I just want to talk to people, inspire people, make them better, because I don't want to say make them better. That sounds so bad. I want to leave people better than I found them. I want to leave people happier than I found them. I want to leave people kinder than I found them. And so YouTube is just not an easy because it's freaking hard. It's a way of doing that. I saw it at a young age and I was like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. Also, I had a One Direction account that had like 15,000 followers, and I wanted a way to talk to them, so I would make One Direction YouTube videos. I think they're still on here possibly, where I would like talk to them. So that's actually why I started it, but I'd always wanted to. Do you believe in spirituality? Yes, I think that spirituality and religion and religion are two different things. Spirituality to me is like nurturing your spirit. So that can be any religion. That's just taking time to focus on you, whether that's meditating to find your center or like getting more in touch with your soul, or that's reading the Bible. Spirituality can be religion, or all religion is spirituality, but not all spirituality is religion, if that makes sense, in my mind, from the research that I've done and things like that. So I 100% believe in spirituality. I think that people are often more spiritual than they want to believe, and I feel like it scares people off when they hear that word because they automatically associate it with religion. But you can be spiritual and not be religious. Am I religious? Yes, I talked about this. I'm Christian, but I also, the whole astrology thing scares people off, even though it's not religious. But yeah, I'm Christian. I grew up non-denominational, went to a Baptist high school, still non-denominational, living my best life in the Bible Belt. Where do I believe people go after they die? You guys are hitting me with the hard questions. Heaven and hell, but I feel like there's a lot more to it that we don't know. I just don't know. Definitely heaven and hell eventually, but I feel like there's a lot more that we just don't know, because like it's not like you can talk to a dead person, but like then that becomes the whole Ouija board like questionable stuff. So I don't know. You guys are hitting me with some hard questions. Goodness. Do I believe in mermaids? Yes, 100%. Only 5% of the ocean has been explored. Mermaids are real. Don't even fight me on this. You're telling me a platypus is real and mermaids aren't? And narwhals are real and mermaids aren't? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Mermaids are real. I don't know if they're like Ariel, like that type of vibe, but they're definitely real. What are my favorite crystals? They're literally upstairs right now. I left them in my bathroom because I just took a shower. That's why my hair's wet. But malachite is my 100% favorite crystal. I love amethyst because it works with reducing anxiety, and I have a lot of anxieties, but when I carry my amethyst, I'm not as anxious. I know I'm saying all the basic ones, but they work, and that's why. I love rose quartz because unconditional love. It helps you love yourself more, and I love that. Recently I've been carrying malachite, amethyst, and carnelian. Carnelian raises your self-esteem and makes you more confident in yourself and your decisions. So I've been carrying that around a lot. But malachite's my 100% favorite. What are some goals, personal and professional, for summer 2021? We're working on our YouTube and our Instagram gang. We are getting that together. It's going to be a lot cuter. I also am starting grad school June 10th, and I'll be going to class literally 9 to 3:30, 5 days a week. So I'm going to be a busy gal. So I think that my goal is to just honestly not get overwhelmed and have a mental breakdown, while also growing my YouTube and Instagram and making that a priority, because I always push it off and I'm tired of pushing it off. So yeah. Cats or dogs, and why? 100% dogs. Cats are evil. Don't even fight me on that. Cats don't like me. I've had 6 cats. All of them ran away. They literally hate me. Keep in mind they were barn cats because, like, you know, horse girl. So, like, it's not like I just, like, opened the door and they left. That sounded bad. But, yeah. What do I want to do after I graduate? Something in digital marketing. It would be so cool to be, like, an influencer. But I know that that's, like, kind of hard. I'm going to work my butt off. But I would love to do digital marketing. I eventually want to own a business that works with nonprofits to help animals get adopted that are likely to be euthanized, so like older animals in shelters and things like that. But you can't just start a business overnight, so I have to grow to get to that point. Favorite food? This changes a lot, but Josh always says that I'm always in the mood for a hamburger, which is true. I will always eat a hamburger, so probably hamburgers. Could I share more about my grad school application process? Girly. The application itself was probably not the most stressful. My nose is itchy. I only applied to one school though. I had like 7 or 8 planned out that I was going to apply to, but it can be stressful when you do that. So I definitely would say don't apply unless you want to go there. So I would say 2, maybe 3 at the most. So I did it all really like last minute because, you know, that's how I roll. Jaci called me again. So this is literally like a long process. So I can do a whole video on this because I'm just gonna like speed through it. But yeah, definitely only do like 2 or 3 at the most and know where you want to go. The essays just it's literally pretty much the exact same as undergrad in my opinion. They just want to know what you're going to be able to contribute to the university, and it has a little bit more of a scholarly focus than undergrad because they want someone who's determined, dedicated, who's gonna like work their butt off. So I did that. I took the GRE. Definitely study more for the GRE than I did. I did not study that much because I did it all last minute, and I did average, but I would have done better. I would have gotten scholarships, and that's kind of where I'm screwed right now. I don't really know. I'm still trying to figure it out, girl. So like I can't really, you know, we're in this together. I'm still working on loans and stuff, even though I'm literally starting in like a couple weeks. But I can do a whole video on that because it's just literally like a strenuous topic and I don't even know how to explain it, and I just need to like put notes down. So if you want to see a video on applying for graduate school, definitely leave a comment down below. I'll probably do one either way because it is something that's really big in my life and I know you guys want to see it. But yeah. Next question, and the final question, is what are my favorite podcasts to listen to? What We Said by Jaci Smith and Chelsea J. Curtis. I literally love them. I've already talked about them once. My Girls, I absolutely adore that podcast. Tuesday mornings are literally my favorite. And then Call Her Daddy by Alex Cooper. I know that's kind of basic and everyone's like, oh my gosh, Call Her Daddy. But like, honestly, such a good podcast. And ever since, you know, the single father era kind of ended, I know it didn't officially end until this week. Well, basically when she got a boyfriend, it became more like self-growth. Not that I didn't love the other episodes, but the aspect that like the focusing on the self-growth and just like going through life, being in a similar age range to her. I really love her podcast because she's just so authentic. She tells it like it is. And she's like, honestly, it's more about just being confident in yourself than anything that everybody else tries to make it about. So absolutely adore Call Her Daddy, big fan. But yeah, that's it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to be vlogging so much more because I want to look back on these videos and know what I was up to, you know? It's going to be kind of like a digital library, but I'm also going to do stuff as you guys want me to. So if you want to see any specific videos, be sure to comment down below. Thank you so much for submitting questions. I think I got through almost every single one, but I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!